Hey everyone, welcome to the Koch File. I'm so happy that you are joining me here. Kudos to all of you who kept my channel alive all week while I was away on vacation. I cannot express enough gratitude. You guys kept me entertained. I appreciate it because I was away for a week and I'm like, "Ah, I'm not going to be able to post any videos, but it was okay. You guys kept it active and I really appreciate it. So I encourage you, keep making those comments, like the videos, and also subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. So I was away. I was in Wyoming and Colorado hanging out with my adult sons and having a great time. Actually kayaked for the first time in my life, had a blast. I was impressed at the fact that I could even do it because, I'm in my mid 40s. It's not so easy to be doing some of this stuff, but I did it. I did a lot of firsts and it was awesome. I did keep up with her videos halfway through the week, and it seemed like she was pretty much doing a lot of road trips. She was doing a great deal of driving back and forth to Montreal and whatnot. That's kind of what I got out of it, so I'm not going to react to that stuff. It didn't seem very interesting. However, there were two videos that stood out, and as you can see here, I have the Just Saying video up because this person captures these lives that Chantal ends up deleting. And I'm telling you, if you're not subscribed to Just Saying, please subscribe, support this channel. I don't know who it is that runs it. I know some of the reaction channels know this person. I don't know because I'm new, but I want to give a shout out. Please make sure you subscribe to this person's channel. I mean, if it wasn't for this person, I would not be able to do this reaction right now because she does dirty delete a lot of times. I get it why people dirty delete, but that's usually where the good content is, right? So I'm going to react on two videos, live streams that were deleted. Now this one's kind of long, and I'm going to see how much I can put up with through this video because it's a good length. So here's a video that I'm going to be doing a reaction. Again, kudos to Just Saying. I want to give a shout out to Just Saying so that person gets the credit for recording this video. Thank you so much, because I would not be able to do this reaction without you. Thank you. So this one's called Foodie Beauty. Chantal claims Charlie Gold and the YouTube Underground viewers are middle-aged losers. So what attracted me to this is, I'm a middle-aged loser, right? I mean, that's what she's basically saying. Look, she's not too far off. I don't know what the hell she's talking about, okay? Because she's like in her 30s. Are you kidding me? You're almost there, honey. It's not far behind you. It's catching up. Don't be making fun of us. We have a lot more life experience. That's why we have a lot more to say about your behavior. So let's get into it. Because we know Chantal has such a strong opinion about us middle-aged loser reactors. It blows my mind, this woman. Okay, let's do it.
Guys, what's up? I just felt like putting that as my title, whatever. She gets plenty of attention off of me, so, Hi, Sheila! What are you doing, BBJ? What are you doing, BBJ? So, yeah. So, what's going on? Anyways.
You tell us, Chantal.
Just the nerve of some people, like...
Ooh, the nerve of
BBJ
us.
here, the nerve of you. Excuse me. Go lick your ass in the corner.
Seriously? Go lick your ass in the corner. Why does she give us visuals like this? I don't want to hear that, nor do I want to visualize that. I mean, seriously, Chantal.
Yeah, I bet, Raven. God, I can't even with people. I like honestly, this is why I prefer the company of cats, and I'm not joking. Like, big love, thank you. I always see you defending me in comments. Thank you so much. Thanks for the super chat. Hi, Erica. Samantha, I like to react. Miss ATX, thank you. I'll have to check out your channel. She is the worst, and I'm going to tell you why, and I already told Joe I might vent a little bit. She is the worst, because this...
Okay, So I'm going to talk about Charlie Gold for a second. I used to watch her videos. It's not like I dislike her videos or anything. I used to watch her, I think when she first was like producing videos, and I thought she was good. I didn't find, now look, I'm a little bit rougher on the edges, and she kind of rubs off on me the same way. She's a little bit more rough around the edges. Um, I don't find anything that she says necessarily bad. I think the way she delivers it might be taken badly. I don't think she has this bad agenda behind it. Sometimes the way we deliver what we're saying can come off sounding, you know, colder and meaner, and maybe that's what she's feeling from when she listens to Charlie Gold. She's just different. She's just different on how she does her commentary. I mean, I know I've been told that I can I can say things, and they could be taken as hurtful, and I don't take it that way. I take it as, I'm just saying it like it is. But, I could understand both sides of it. I can understand Charlie Gold's side of it, and I can understand, Chantal maybe interpreting it differently. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that Charlie Gold is too rough when she's talking about Chantal? I mean, I haven't seen anything that's been wild or anything like from her, so I don't know. But I'm curious what you guys think.
Hypocrite, sad individual. Um, for how long now has had a inspirational weight loss channel where she preaches like video after video, just like, and you can say, oh, ignore her, it's not a big deal, but she has a big following, okay? And she's a big like reason that like I would get so much hate, just the way she would like, her videos are just so demeaning and like.
So, from what I'm taking from this, is that her issue, one of the issues she has with Charlie Gold, is that Charlie Gold is heavy. Her weight is heavy. Look, even though I lost 100 pounds on my weight loss surgery, I'm still not skinny mini over here. But I still struggle, day to day. It's a struggle. No matter how you go about it, it's a struggle. So she's saying that Charlie Gold doesn't have a right to speak up or have an opinion about her weight issue because she has her own weight issue. I would have to disagree with this, and I'm going to tell you why. See, even when you're heavy, if you're real with yourself and you know your issues and what you need to do, but you're still having a hard time implementing it and getting there, it doesn't mean you don't know what you're talking about. It just, you might have some struggles going on that none of us understand. It could be mental, it could be physical. I mean, look, I had medical situations like hypothyroidism that made it very difficult for me to just lose weight. Now that I had the surgery, it's very simple for me to lose weight. But again, I can gain weight. You can. Don't think you have the surgery and it solves all your problems. That's not how it works. You still got to work at it. I think Chantal thinks that because you're heavy, you have no right to have an opinion on her behavior. And here's the thing with Chantal, it's not just her eating. I think she thinks, like, she tends to focus on us having issues with her eating and her weed. When you look at all these reaction channels, I mean, the ones that I watch at least, they're not harping so much on that stuff. What they're concerned about is her other activities, like her impulsive behavior when it comes to men, when it comes to, her little extra activities she does on the side. She's very careless. She's very irresponsible and very immature. These things, from what I view on reaction channels, seems to be the consistent concern that everybody has. But she tends to want to minimize it. She tends to want to say that we have issues with her eating and her weed. Look, I can care less about her weed. What I have a problem when it comes to her weed is when she is taking insane doses of it, like 1,000, 1,500 milligrams. I mean, look, I was in Colorado and I could do 50 milligrams and that would pretty much have me knocked out and asleep and giggling. It also depends on the potency of the edibles. I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into it. That's where I have a little bit of a concern. I think it's reckless. I quite don't understand why she finds a need to do it online, to do it on live YouTube. She's almost trying to normalize that behavior. She's trying to say, like, it's okay, this is normal. It's not. Most people don't spend their entire day getting stoned literally out of their mind, okay? Usually most of us, and I've been a weed smoker most of my adult life, we function, we're professionals, we have, some people have businesses, some people work. We all do something productive, and it really gives this horrible image of the stoner, or the person who enjoys marijuana or has to take it medically. I mean, frankly, I take offense to her sometimes when she uses the medical term, when she's recklessly using it, because when you use it medically, you're not necessarily using it to get stoned out of your mind. I mean, for me, it's pain relief. That's what comes down to it. She kind of puts this image out there like we're all irresponsible, immature idiots, and we're not. And it does piss people who are avid marijuana smokers get pissed off, because it's not the image that should be out there. That's the minority. It's not the majority. Okay, I'm done. Sorry, I'm like rambling on.
Insulting and everything for like a year or more. So she has the nerve, like, people are like bugging her to do a weigh-in, and then she comes back and proceeds to do more stupid bullshit reacts. Like, how would you sit there at your weight and criticize me for what I'm eating, criticizing me for eating 1,000-calorie salad? Well, you're obese.
Okay, so Chantal, it's not the 1,000-calorie salad. It's the 1,600 calorie fast food that you might have 2 to 3 times a day. And this is based on what it is we see versus what's happening in the background that we don't see. You could be eating a ton more, we don't know. But the majority of the time, you're not eating 1,000-calorie salad. You're eating junk food, fast food, twisty misties, or whatever the hell those things are called. I mean, those things alone are 500 plus calories. I mean, she's delusional in the amount of calories she's eating. And yes, maybe we're heavier, us reaction channels that are heavier, and we might have an opinion on how she's eating. But it could be that there's things you don't know about these individuals that they're going through when it comes to their weight. It doesn't mean they don't know what the right thing is to do. Maybe they have their own obstacles that we don't know about. And I don't watch Charlie Gold enough to know that. But I wouldn't necessarily label her as someone who's just making a comment but isn't self-aware. I'm pretty sure she's probably self-aware. I mean, I know I am. She seems to be a blunt person. I would imagine she's probably very self-aware of, her situation. And frankly, it's limited, right? We're on YouTube. We only know so much about each other. We don't disclose everything for obvious reasons.
So you're obviously, what kind of salads are you eating? You're obviously not eating fucking canned quinoa.
Stop with
You're
the
not staying
salads.
at 1,200 calories or whatever the hell. But like, I just find people are missing the point, because like I see in her comment section, people are like, oh, stop hating on her. Just give her time to weigh in. Maybe she's going to lose weight. And if she does come back and loses weight, who gives a fuck? She's still a piece of crap human being for how she treats other obese women on this platform. It's just like, you're missing the point. It's not about the weight. That makes her a hypocrite, yes, because, I mean...
But isn't Chantal a hypocrite? I mean, I don't know how much you guys remember, and please feel free to post below any examples that you can remember, but she is very judgmental and critical of other people. I think, was it the YouTube Underground? I don't remember who it was, but she had a lot to say about their kids. Didn't she have a friend from her past that she was trying to reach out to lately who she threatened to call CPS on? I mean, I don't know. She doesn't seem like a person who is very self-aware. She needs to reflect within herself and see her own actions. Because if anybody's hypocritical, I would say that's Chantal.
I don't know. I know a lot of people are starting to see it, but it's like, I don't get it. It's just like, she's just so petty and pathetic. Like, she's obviously just like so mad. Like, what did I ever do to these people? Can you tell me? Other than not follow through on a diet and eat 1,000 calorie salads. So that gives.
Okay. Chantal. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Chantal, the issue we have with you isn't the 1,000 calorie salad. The issue we have is all the other stuff you're doing, the impulsive, immature, non-productive behavior that you show on a day-to-day basis. See, what you're doing is you're trying to manipulate the narrative. I know this technique very well. I know people who do this. You are trying to minimize the issue and the focus by making her irrelevant in what she's thinking or saying. But it's not irrelevant. The issues aren't necessarily the salad. It's the fast food, the bad choices, the irresponsible behavior, the impulsive sexual encounters, the impulsive drug use, all this stuff, which sends out red flags to everyone that you're just heading on a destructive path. This is what concerns everybody. We don't give a damn about that damn salad. I don't know why you keep bringing up a salad and weed. Nobody cares about that stuff. Reel yourself back. Look at yourself. What things are you doing that most people would find disturbing? I'm sure you'll see it. Look at yourself.
People the right to call me a whale and a pig. Like, what the fuck? Like, honestly, like, look in the fucking mirror for a change. Like, honestly, I just can't even deal. It's just so, like, ridiculous. God.
Okay, I'm not one for the name calling, whale, pig, all that stuff. I know people use it and whatever. Again, I don't watch her enough to have an opinion about that, but I don't know. Chantal can exaggerate things sometimes, so I don't know if that's true or not. But I don't support the name calling thing. I think that's a little over the top.
God. And I'm kind of like, I had some of my edibles earlier and I wasn't going to come live because I'm not in the right frame of mind for that. But
Didn't she say she wasn't going to go on live anymore? Hi. I don't know. Maybe I misunderstood what she said.
okay, what LS? What controversies? What controversies am I part
Ooh,
of
Chantal's getting
that have
mad.
not been fueled by these other friggin' hater nation people? What? Give me one example. What did I do? Like, seriously, other than defend myself and flip-flop between mukbangs and weight loss, like, what? I'd like to know why I deserve all this hate.
No one is showing you hate. I mean, from the ones that I watch, they're doing it out of concern. You're very drama filled. You do a lot of erratic things, and it's concerning. Because people have an opinion or a reaction to this behavior does not mean someone hates you, because in actuality, if I don't like someone, I genuinely don't care. There's very few people in life that you probably dislike to that level. I don't understand. She just doesn't get it.
Seriously. I don't care if I'm giving her ammunition. I'm allowed to vent once in a while if I want to. Hi, Lucy Lou. Thank you for the super chats. Exactly, Cosmo. You get it. A lot of people don't get it. They think because if you lose weight, that makes you a better person. Hi, Jim Roddy. Makes you a healthy.
Losing weight doesn't make you a better person. It makes you a healthier person as long as you're focusing on your health. You have to eat the right things when you lose the weight, and you have to take accountability of what goes into your body. It doesn't necessarily make someone a better person, so I'm not sure what she's getting at with that.
Person, but it has nothing to do with you being a nice person or not. You know what I mean? It's just like, I know it's not worth my time, but it's just like, whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like really ridiculous. I agree, Liana. Honestly, I don't, I mean, that's why I don't ever say anything. I don't ever like, I never talk about this on my channel. You know what I mean? I didn't call CPS on anybody, LS. Never. Never.
You threatened
Never
to
happened.
call
There's
CPS. Let me tell you something. Calling CPS on someone is the cruelest thing you can do when you have no reason to do so. You better have all your ducks in a line. You better have concrete proof, because that shit can come back at you. I know in the United States, they don't take it lightly. If you put in false claims, some states it's a felony offense. Okay? So you got to be careful. Flipping those types of threats around to other people, to supposedly a best friend of yours, to say, I'm going to call CPS, which in the next breath you said she was a great mom. That's messed up. I would want nothing to do with you. Ever. You're not a mother. You're not a parent. You're not a father. You have no idea how much that stings in a bad way to a parent who's a good parent.
like one time on an old friend who was like psycho stalking me every day. I have the emails. She threatened to call immigration on BB. I've already talked about it. So I said maybe CPS would like to know what kind of mother you are. And just like bullying people online all day. And yeah, I did it out of anger.
When they say two wrongs don't make a right, this is a perfect example. Perfect. So she said that this person threatened to call immigration on BB. Okay, from watching French Fried Girl, there would have been no advantage to that. When I watched her video, she said that when someone comes into Canada, it's not like the United States where you want to get married to someone for citizenship. It's not like that in Canada. So when she clarified that on her video, it made like a ton of sense to me, because that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, these foreign men are into her not because of her, but because they want citizenship. Because that does happen in the United States. It does happen. But that's not the case in Canada. So there's no motive behind it. There's no motive. So, how many of you think that actually happened? That this friend of hers said to her that she would call immigration on BB? Do you guys really believe that? Or do you think she's making that up to excuse her action against her friend? I have to wonder. I'm very curious on what you guys think about that, because like a part of me is going, did this really happen? Or is the second part true and the first part's not? I don't know.
It was like how long ago? 3 years ago? So what else? And I never called. I threatened it. Never called. And I didn't even threaten to, I didn't say I'm going to call CPS on you. I said maybe they would like to hear. Never called. Next.
You're a jerk for doing that.
So yeah, so quit like scrambling for things 3 years ago that people do and I didn't even do. And anyway, does that give that's not brought up in videos. That's not what they're talking about in videos, LS. So yeah. It's always about what I'm eating or something petty and stupid, every little thing that I do. And it's like, look at yourself. People. Look at, like, how can somebody her size sit there and criticize other women for what they eat? Like, seriously, like, bitch, you're not eating apples all day. Let's get real. It's just so friggin' frustrating.
That's like saying a person in an abusive relationship who's still in that relationship gives a friend advice because they see them in an abusive relationship. So you shouldn't listen to that friend because they themselves are in an existing abusive relationship. So that dequalifies them for giving you advice because they're still in it. It doesn't make sense. If that person is in it, they really know, right? They're in the heat of the abuse and they're seeing their friend in almost the exact same situation or heading into it. If I was that friend, I would be warning my friend as I was trying to make my exit. I wouldn't just sit there and watch and let the person deteriorate and possibly lose their life because of something I could have simply said to help them. Is she nuts? What do you guys think?
It's not even frustrating that they're doing it. It's frustrating that people don't see how stupid it is. That's what bugs me. LS is trying. She can keep trying. She's got nothing. Keep trying. Like, I literally did nothing. And the only reason I did threaten that, and it's not an excuse, I've apologized for it, but I was pushed every single day, harassed. Like, people have limits. You know what I'm saying? You can't say how you would react if you were in the shoes of somebody who's constantly being pushed every single day, harassed, getting emails like...
I would imagine that Chantal, let's put everything else aside. If you're a YouTuber, you probably do get a huge influx of psychotic, insane people, okay, that are just, I guess people call them trolls. I would imagine that has to at some point get to some people. Probably gets old after a time and you're like, oh, freaking hell, I'm seeing this again. You know what I mean? I've never been that big of a channel to have that happen, but I can imagine, even when I read through people's comments and stuff and the troll behavior that happens in there, and even in the live chats, I could imagine that has to take a toll on some people.
I'm going to call immigration on BB, which BB has his own citizenship, by the way. Anyway, it's just like, that was like 3 years ago, honestly. So nice try. People are not obligated to be the same people they were. Like, people change, like...
Hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second. Chantal is always changing, right? Every day, every live, we have no clue what we're going to get.
It is trash harassment, but I don't go and flag all their videos. I don't go take the time, go through all their videos and do that. Like,
Because we all know it depends on Chantal's mood, right? Because she has her rage moments where she literally will delete all her mods and start marking channels and all this stuff and tell us all off, right? Those videos. We love those.
If they want to keep them up, whatever. But anyways, I think Karma is finally getting her ass. And honestly, other than this, I don't even have to really say anything. I just sit back and just let you destroy yourself. Yeah, she needs rent money. That's why she's coming. I'm just going to put out these videos just so I can get ad revenue on them.
But you need rent money too, right? So is that why you put all this drama out there, to keep us engaged, keep us talking about you? Because that's what's going to keep people watching your videos. So you too need to make your rent.
Anyway. She's obviously projecting. I mean, it's so obvious. And she calls me big, mad, and bitter. I mean, other than now, like, I don't talk about her. Like, I never talk about her. I'm not the one who has to make
you've talked
my
about
channel
her before.
To make a living. I don't have to do that by talking about her. I don't need to do that. So she's the one who has to do that with me, obviously. It's really, really sad, but whatever.
What's sad is that you are allowing this to impact you so much. That's what's sad. Because it wouldn't bother you this much if it wasn't so true, right?
Fuck. Like, yeah, I'm usually just like happy and whatever. Like, oh, whatever, Jason. I read it at first.
Do we think that she's happy, like a genuine happy, or is she a altered mind happy?
I don't go there now, but it's all petty. Okay, people were like measuring my teeth, how straight they are. Give me a break. You people are all full of shit. Kiwi
What?
Farms is full of shit. Like, it's
Measuring her
just all
teeth?
picking apart every single thing,
Oh
finding
my
negative in
God.
every single thing people do. Calling, give me a break if you say that.
If you didn't push out all this negativeness, negative stuff, you wouldn't be having this problem.
There's no insults on there. It's all making fun of weight, how we look. I get people emailing me from there, like pictures of like Jabba the Hutt or whatever, something stupid. It's all juvenile and completely ridiculous. It doesn't even bother me anymore. At first, it was like, oh my God, you know what? These people are horrible. But now I'm just not even surprised. Honestly, humanity.
Okay, so we are 10 minutes into a 2-hour video. So hang with me, people, here. In the last 10 minutes, she has not shut up. Have you noticed that? She's like, it's just going, 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 going. Do you guys think she's on something?
Level how low humanity will go does not surprise me anymore. And at the end of the day, they're the ones circle jerking for
I
free
don't
on their
think
free
just Spain
time.
has this one sped up. I know the
And I
other
mean, I'm
ones we're
just
going
out
to
here
do is
doing my
sped up.
thing, like whatever. I don't really care. They're going nowhere in life. I mean, what kind of wholesome person does that all day? Demeaning other people. What horrible things have I done? And anyways, everyone is human. If you're going to bring up shit from like the past, which I mean, I really haven't done anything terrible, but if you're going to bring up things from the past, check yourself and what you're doing. So it's like people, the hypocrisy of people spending all day on a fucking forum trying to ruin the lives of others or like insulting them all day, calling them like calling me a horrible person. Like, what does that make you? Do I sit in forums all day or on Twitter all day? Like, hating on other people? No. So that gives me one up on you automatically. So have fun with your little hate boners. I could give a shit. Honestly, I don't. Like,
I think she gives a shit. What do you guys think?
that's not my life, and I'm just glad it's not. And karma's gonna get you. It's doing it with Charlie, and it's gonna do it with you. There you go. Yeah, Jason. Well, that just shows what kind of mentality you have. So, you know, it's really, really sad. It's really sad. I feel bad for you, honestly. You know, like people pick apart, oh, she'd said this in her past, like 5 years ago. It's like, well, so you've never said anything stupid that you've regretted or whatever? Like, give me a break. I don't even feel bad. Like, bye, bitch. Like, seriously. The internet is so fucking ridiculous. You're not blocked, Peanut Gallery. I see you. So anyway, I don't care who doesn't like me anymore. I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to speak my mind because
I think she cares.
I always hold it in like a big shit. I hold it in, and like I don't even like go. People just send me like information. Oh, this is up. It's just like whatever. I just found it so pathetic and just ridiculous. Like you're just like, how do you embarrass yourself that way? Oh yeah. So what else did I do there, Jason, on Kiwi Farm? So what did I do? Because I'm pretty sure that other than you and the people on Kiwi Farms, anybody who goes to that site is actually disgusted by the lack of humanity there. So if you're happy with that on your conscience every day, then that's your thing. Whatever. Like, stay mad at me, stay hating me, make a career out of it. Actually, you guys don't get paid for it, but whatever. Do what you want. I really don't care. So
I think she cares.
like it's just ridiculous at this point. Rebecca, yeah, I mean, yeah. Dark entries, nobody cares what you do, so go for it. Join the 1,000 other people doing reactions. It's so original at this point. What kind of merch should I do, Steph Savvy?
You have lost that opportunity to do the merchandise because I can almost possibly guarantee that there is a follower who's been telling you this for some time and is already on one of those dropship printing companies making shirts that say beezin and beezer. Because, you know, I can guarantee you there's someone, there's someone who's thinking up this idea like this one, this one, this one, And finally, the backyard beezer. Good luck, Chantal, with that merchandise.
I know, Olivia's World. Oh my god, you guys, Olivia's World 95, check out her channel. She's awesome. She does plus size. She's a beautiful plus size girl. And yeah, I just recently discovered your channel. I
Alright,
didn't
guys, I'm
know your
going to
channel all
fast
this time,
forward a
Olivia.
little bit.
Jealous. She's always left out of the hater conversation.
This is
Like,
really
who even
long.
labels themselves haters? Like, anyways, yeah, let's not even talk
Yeah, I
about what's
still
her
am
face.
not
She just
getting
wants to be
this
relevant.
haters nation. I don't know who these haters are.
It's not gonna work. Because you're irrelevant. Is it senior citizen night? And I'm not like age shaming people, but whenever you're like in your 50s or late 40s or whatever, and you're online acting like a 17-year-old, like Sam.
Oh my god, no. She didn't just... No. When you're in your 40s? Chantal, how old are you? You're in your 30s. You're acting like you're 10. No, you're acting like you're 14. Okay? And you're talking about people in their... Oh my god, you're not that far off. What are you, out of your freaking mind?
It's just ridiculous. Like,
you are being absolutely ridiculous at this point.
You're a loser, Lily too. Bye. You all need to grow up. You all need to grow up. It's really sad.
Okay, 17 minutes in, she has still not
So I didn't watch any
paused
Unsolved
in her
Mysteries
talking.
yet. I'm obsessed with Twin Peaks right now.
Yeah.
Rewatching a brain would be entertained by that, but whatever. Exactly, Eliza. Say that again for the people in the back. Talking about parenting is not the same as talking about people's kids. You are...
Chantal, you of all people should have little to no opinion on parenting. In all seriousness, you would be the last existing person on this planet before anybody would even think remotely to ask you for parenting advice. You are so far from having any type of natural, nurturing nature about yourself. Stop.
Dense. Okay, Jason. Right. Okay. I would say I'm a lot of things, but dense is not one of them. So nice try.
Because they're smaller, but I wish I could read Jason's comments.
Obviously, you have no life. God.
She does not like people countering anything she thinks or says. Is that narcissistic? It seems like it would be, but I don't know.
Jesus. Yeah, I know. People act like they never sit in a chair. Seriously. So what? Like, I'll never understand that. Like, people who like shame people for, you know what I mean? It's just...
No one's shaming you, Chantal. You're just lazy. That's why people make that comment. Because we know you can stand up, but you choose to sit all the time. Except for the once in a blue moon, you go for a walk. You're always sitting. Any opportunity you have to sit, you are sitting. You could be in a park and you will find a bench and sit. You've said numerous times how lazy you are, how dirty you are, how sloppy you are, how unsanitary you are.
Stupid. The swords are just idiots using whatever little power they have to come in here and waste their time. Anyways, yes, let's move on. I'm never talking about these losers again.
Yeah,
seriously.
right.
Oh, that person, like, I was describing what she did. So
She's still talking about it,
see what I mean?
guys.
People try to reach so hard, But yeah,
33
so
minutes. She has not shut up.
describing what somebody was doing is not making fun of them. This person was clearly making fun of Amber, and it's just like I remember that being like that's ableism, or saying like
Oh my God,
you need a
everything that's
chair,
going
you
on
can't
with
even
Amber
stand up to
now.
cook.
Oh,
It's like, you know what I mean?
I
It's
have
just
to
like
do a reaction to
ridiculous.
her.
I'm not gonna let people scare me off. Are you kidding? I haven't at this point. So,
Well, that's kind
but
of what's a little scary about your situation, Chantal, is that you don't seem to be disturbed by anything being said to you. It doesn't make you go, huh, I wonder why so many people think this. Maybe there is a problem.
but yeah, that's when I was like, and then I think I spoke out about it, and then because everybody was like brainwashed by Hater Nation back then, and they couldn't think for themselves. I guess I don't know, whatever. And whenever you defend, like Amber Lynn was like public enemy number one. Whenever you defend somebody like who's got that, people are like against them. It's just like, hi, women of a.
The next chapter of Amber Lynn and Chantal's lives. The two narcissists that fall in love and live happily forever after. It's interesting that they're such good friends online and they're so similar in their manipulative, narcissistic type ways.
Age, you know, yeah, I want to do travel vlogs, but the thing is like right now I want to focus on me and getting healthy. Like I need to do that.
Before you travel, maybe you should take up some more walking and physical activity. In all honesty, I don't think that your body is going to handle that type of a flight at that altitude at your weight. You know, people can have reactions to flying. And I don't know. I don't know if you could handle that type of a journey with your health the way it is. I mean, you have, you know, from last we heard, she had the blood clots in her lungs. She had a hysterectomy. She's had all these, you know, medical, you know, the diabetes, all this stuff. She needs to get herself in check. And now she's on all these different substances. You gotta, I mean, you have so much to deal with right now in your life. The last thing that you could even think of doing is hopping on a plane to Jamaica or wherever it is that you're going to be going. Because, you know, going to certain altitudes and flying certain distances aren't as easy for some people. And especially people who are on the heavier side, who, in addition to that, have some serious medical situations going on. It might not be the best option right now. I think if you focus on getting yourself healthy, addressing current health issues you have, losing the weight, keeping it off, and working out and getting healthy and building up your cardiovascular system, you're going to do great.
There's not really much to do because of COVID. It's like there's not really, you know, being Nancy, making fun. Go look in the dictionary. Making fun of somebody who has a lack of ability because of something like her disability, whether you say it's self-inflicted or not. Obesity, food addiction, eating disorder is a disease, and it's treated like that medically. Is ableism. Do people not have dictionaries? Somebody look up the definition of
Oh
ableism.
God, they're using
Joe,
that
can you look up
word
ableism
again.
and post it in here, please? Thank you.
Oh my God, remember that
Anyway.
whole ableist
Like,
thing? Ay.
So, what was I talking about? Hi, Marissa. No, pizza's in his room. You know what I'm saying? And maybe, yeah, I mean, maybe being online isn't the best for somebody like that. But at the same time, like, why, you know, why can't we share our truth, our story with people just because of how horrible people are going to be, you know? But Vivance was like, oh, fuck.
Chantal, it's not like you're sharing a story or an experience. You're actually living it live in front of us. It's not like you're sharing a word of wisdom where you're saying, you know, I once suffered with an addiction. Like, let's take, for example, Alex the Shook, who actually was addicted to substances, seeked help, and is doing very well. He can tell a story, right? Because he's experienced it, he's successfully kept off of it, And he knows what that transition is like. He can talk from experience.
Don't even get me started on her, Sheila. Ugh. So I'm not even gonna go there. But like she literally called me fat, and it's like, what?
Well, you are.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm fat too.
So I'm using the F word a lot.
Hello.
What was I talking about? My dad talks about me when I get pop. I get more pop because he says I shouldn't drink pop. You do it out of spite, Joe. Oh, Vyvanse. Okay, so I was on Vyvanse, and it's just like, I didn't like it. It made me feel, my anxiety was bad. It made me feel like I was just like on cocaine or something. And then the come down was bad. I would get really hungry after the come down. Would you be okay with any reaction channel that's critical?
Oh, so she's,
I mean, the thing that bothered me,
no,
it's
that's
like,
a different medicine.
I don't mind like when people like react to things. It's just that it's like every fucking thing I do, everything I do. And at that point, it's clear that it's just for money. It's just to grow their channels. And I hate that kind of thing. I just hate people who.
Yes, because you're on here truly, genuinely just to divulge this all for free. Oh, come on, Chantal. You're making the buck here. The more you share, the more views you're getting, the more subscribers you're getting, the more you're making money. You have an agenda, a financial agenda as well. So what, reaction channels or people who make compilation videos, whatever it is that they do, they have no right to make money putting work into reacting to your stuff? You're doing the same thing. Who are you to talk? You're doing the same thing.
Take advantage of that, you know? And it does like put you in a negative light, because I have a lot of people will say, oh, I didn't see you, and you know, I used to think so negative against you and agree with the reaction channels until this happened. Because people a lot of the time just follow the masses, and if they're just creating negative, that's.
Reaction channels are entertaining. I know for me at least, they're very entertaining. It actually helps me to watch a video, be entertained at the same time, and not have to watch the entire 6 to 8 hours she did in one day. Instead, I can get a more consolidated kind of summary style, reaction style video, which is far more entertaining. I mean, and she has acknowledged that in the past, that she understands that people watch reaction channels because they're shorter and they're more, you know, things are more consolidated and there's entertainment with it. She acknowledged that.
People are going to see, and they don't think for themselves. And it's just like people like, yeah, they make money at the expense of others. I just find that, I don't know, you know,
stop,
like targeting
Chantal.
one single person on your channel. Like, who's that psychotic woman? She has like her whole channel is just me. It's just me. And her life is a bigger mess than mine. Like, and I hate that hypocrisy too. It's like, seriously though.
Hypocrisy.
Anyways.
Hypocrisy.
But I mean, whatever, you know.
So about 30 minutes ago, she said she was not going to be talking about any of this stuff again. We're 42 minutes in. She has still not shut up or taken a breath of air. She's still talking at high speed. Ah, she yawned. That's a sign.
So.
And she's still talking about this topic. Good Lord.
I'm at a point where I'm just not, whatever, like react to what you want. I'm not going to let people, what you put out there speaks for itself at this point. I'm not going to let people shame me for my disorder or my actions.
Shaming you. Oh, freaking hell.
You know, I know what I deal with, and I know what it's like for me, and I know myself. And that's what I just keep telling myself, you know? It's just like, react to my asshole. Why are you leaving your house, Annie? Where are you going? That she's like, you know, yeah, like, defending yourself is not bullying. Like, you could be wrong in defending yourself. Like, you know, if I were to like go after her and make videos on her and call her names, hi Mike, yeah, it wouldn't be any better. But, you know, targeting people and going after them is different, you know.
So you targeting these individuals on your video, you don't consider that targeting them and sending hate their way? I mean, it could go both ways, right?
So, I mean, yeah, I have a right to stand up for myself, but it really does no good. Like, it doesn't. People just use it against you. And I've seen that with happen to other YouTubers. Like, you know, look at Life by Jen. If she like replies to people in her comments who leave the nastiest comments, and then she replies with a snarky comment, for example, people are like, "Oh, you're so snarky," you know. Joke's
Wow,
on
she's
you. You're
coming
gonna
to the
die.
defense
It's
of
just like,
Life by Jen. I never
how
thought
does
that day would
I
come.
don't comprehend how people's brains work. Like, I just don't.
Just as we
Like, it's
can't
just like-
comprehend how your brain works. So you understand our struggle.
Anyways. No. I didn't. Did they for sure catch a Manny? Because I know that they said that there was like a suspect or something. You know, like with BBJ too, I have to do that. I know probably sooner than later because she's like 18. But it really sucks. And when it comes to stuff like that. With food and diet and stuff. I think I have enough mods for now, Miss Darling Mimi, but maybe down the line, you know? It was a booby trap. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh, you're cute.
I don't think so.
Ah, Pete.
Can you see it? Oh. Hey, you see the Timbits place?
They put you in the house. Not that I haven't posted anything on Twitter in forever. I'll post him.
Yeah,
I
but
love
you were
when
angry
Pete
angry
comes in
tweeting
the
about J.K.
videos. We
Rowling.
always know
Yeah.
he's gonna like say
Fuck that
something
asshole.
or do something to expose her some more.
Transphobic.
It's so funny.
Prick. Got the huge. She's like the biggest children's writer in the world. She's got a massive platform.
Let's see how quickly
she
Chantal
used
gets
it
irritated and starts
to
rolling her eyes.
Basically,
I saw
like,
something.
to throw trans people under the bus. Fuck that asshole.
Go, Pete.
What did she say? Maybe people don't know what she said.
Hey, Meredith McLaren drew an Entrapta. No, that's not gonna work. I was gonna show this Entrapta, but yeah, that's not gonna work.
Hi, BBJ.
I just liked it, so if you follow me on Twitter, then you'll see it. Then you can check my likes. Meredith McLaren. Meredith McLaren is like my third favorite artist. Just yesterday I sent her money for a digital commission of Esri Dax from Deep Space Nine.
What the heck? Cal Blanket, wow.
Esri
Is your
was
cat okay?
Esri was one of my favorites. She was so cute.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's so interesting when Pete talks. She really tries to like deviate away from that. Like she starts like commenting as if Pete is not having a conversation online. I don't know. It's weird. She's very dismissive of him.
I'm talking about her.
I'm gonna just cover my hairline. Come here, BBJ. Are you into Hamilton? What is that, Marissa?
Musical.
Oh my God, she did
I'm
not.
gonna die!
I know.
Oh my God. How old are we, Chantal? For God's sake. Oh my God, she is so immature. Oh Lord.
My Twitter name is
Freaking hell.
@expert.
And she's making fun of mid-40s people. What she says, we act like we're 17. What the hell is this?
Did you see Kayla saying you probably had to wipe after that?
Oh my God, I don't want to hear this. Okay.
Hi, sweetie. Do you want kisses on your little head?
No.
Just gotta check the phone. Hi, can you? Too sexy for my shirt. No. Too sexy for my shirt. No, can't do it. I can't do the Scotch. I can't do it in a Scotch accent. I was hoping I could, but nope. Just not going to work at all.
Excuse you. Hi, BBJ. Hi, BBJ.
You know what that stands for? Bubbling butt juice. That's her nickname.
Oh my God, I did not want to hear that.
Hi, pretty girl. She's still
Bubbling
looking for
butt
treats.
juice.
B, what the hell, B?
I'm still making my way through Star Trek. I'm actually enjoying it more than I remember enjoying it.
Yeah, the original series from 1990s, Finster. I'm really paying attention to the soundtrack of the show now. It's like it always has the same. Your fish is named Jamie? Tell me we so. Yeah, I saw that in.
Okay, so I'm going to end this here. We're like way into it. I think probably close to an hour. I don't know. But, so I'm going to wrap this video up. She has not, for the entire video, I mean, this video was exactly 2 hours long. The entire time, she did not stop talking. From what I could see, she was just going, on and on. Pete's joined in towards the end of the video. You know, I would say the first 45 minutes, the first hour or so had good content in it. The rest, you know, it was what it was. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me what you think. Answer my questions. Give me your opinions. I'd love to hear it. So like the video. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. Would love to have you here. And see you at the next video. Bye.